Today I'm going to talk about introduction of our group assignment. Supply chain integration means that all stakeholders' information and communication system may seamlessly divide information during the planning, execution, and completion of transportation and logistic operation throughout a product's life cycle. Supply chain integration, when done correctly, will bring partners who are frequently at odds together with the same goal in mind. Supply chain integration is widely acknowledged as a key aspect in achieving improved supply chain performance, as it provides plenty of competitive benefits, including complete transparency from supply to customer. When it comes to information exchange in the context of supply chain integration, most businesses go through series of stages as they move toward full integration, which are baseline, functional integration, internal supply chain integration, and external supply chain integration.
How the functional silos in prevent the process of integration. So here the definition of silos, which means silos are originally from a word that silo, S-I-L-O, which means by a container that traditionally being used in a farm by put or sieve any grain or cattle food. So here I can see that silos is like a metaphor or a words that by labeling any group of people or any team of workers in the company that be mostly working independently from other groups. Like I can say here, in a company there is a lot or tons of departments, which means divided by their task or specific job, like a financial department, like in a factory you have a packaging department, the manufacturing, like you're doing process department or delivery department. So that is by working independently without any communication with other departments. The effect of silos. Here I want to elaborate three effects, which first is toxic relationship between groups or other department. That silos that I said before is independently working without communicate with any groups or departments. So here I can see that there is not a very close or like very friendly relationship between other departments, but they are in a company, so that will have a very not likely environment at a workplace. Next is employees that lose sight of the company goals. So here I can say that if the group or department are working independently, so they will only achieve their own goals in the departments. Like I can see here in the sales department, that you just work, that just set your minded to achieve the sales goals in a month or a year, but you do not think about the effects for the company, that I think I have worked this quite very nicely, so the company will not complain about it. So that I can say very lose the goals for the company and very affecting and loss revenue for the company. The third one is breakdown in the communications. Working independently, just thinking about your own goals, your own priority is very bad, and you are not communicate to each other. Like I can see in the essay I have write, I said that an engineer that produced a phone have a very bad communication with the sales department, which sales department are advertising a lot of things or a lot of components that doesn't exist in the phone. So the engineer are like very, what are you advertise, don't have that. So it also affecting the customer service department that have um to overcome the problems and to argue or to calm down the customer that's searching for what the sales department advertise. So the effect here that I can see, that the relationship between the silos and the process integration is very invented. So if the silos become more bigger in the company, so the process of integration in the company will become more and more decreased and worse condition. Thank you.
Enterprise Resource Planning (ERP) is a system that allows a firm to manage the flow of information in central hub effectively by combining all business functions in a software feature. The importance of ERP in supply chain management is managing procurement, production information, and help the business with shipment information. How ERP affects both internal and external process integration. ERP does affect both internal and external process integration because it integrates people, process, and technologies across a modern enterprise. Other than that, ERP centralizes data in which any party permitted by a firm will have access. This will integrate both internal and external integration by sharing all information and resources. Next, ERP system allows complete access to every process in the business for better traceability that includes procurement, distribution, production, and ERP helps both internal and external parties to access the data to track completion of tasks. Thirdly, the system in our ERP provides better customer service and problem solving. Manager in sales department will have a better look to improve on building a wide customer base. This will create better integration with external party, which is customer. Fourthly, ERP system improve on collaboration by help collaboration become easily by giving access to data that can help them in making decision process become faster without any struggles. Thus, this will increase integration. Lastly, ERP systems provide a better look on statistics that will lead a better forecast for the firm itself and for the suppliers and customers. Both internal and external will have a better look on the trend to improve to fix some problem happen between the firm itself or the firm and the external party.
Knight has a strong brand, well-managed distribution channel, and a compelling product lineup. Supply chain excellence has been elevated in recent years and is now considered as a competitive weapon since new competitor entrants with better service and time intervals. As well as fashion companies have entered the market sector, virtual businesses are one of the main ways we envision supply chain management fulfilling future needs. Trades and overtures from competitors both domestic and worldwide are the most commonly cited cause for enterprise to cooperate in supply chain activities. When each firm's strategy meshes effectively with the overall supply chain strategy, high level of supply chain performance result. As a result, every organization, including Knight, must understand its role in the supply chain, as well as the needs of the ultimate customer, immediate customer, and how these needs translate into internal operation requirement imposed on suppliers. Silo mentality was one of the challenges the organization faced during the integration process. The influence of Knight manufacturing action on the supply chain, as well as its long-term competitiveness and profitability, has been overlooked in many cases. It will eventually cause problems with quality, cost, delivery schedule, and other aspects of customer services, all of which will be detrimental to the supply chain. To break free from the silo mentality, Knight must work to link supply chain goals with corporate objective and incentive. Functional decisions must be made with the influence on the entire firm profit and the people involved in the availability change in mind. Besides that, lack of knowledge are also one of the obstacles Knight face. Companies have been pushing toward cooperation and process integration for years, but technology has only lately caught up to this ambition, enabling for integration throughout an extended supply chain. Firms that successfully manage their supply chain must spend a large amount of effort influencing and enhancing the skill of themselves and their partners due to cultural trust and process knowledge disparities. Knight will benefit from establishing an ERP system to support their further expansion as a corporation. Knight will gain more control over the manufacturing process and better information management as a result of this integration. Aside from that, one of the challenges Knight has faced during its growth is a lack of supply chain visibility. A typical supply chain process integration issue may be a lack of data visibility along the availability chain. In the absence of supply chain visibility, trading partner may extract data from the ERP or legacy system and send it to at least one other, then where it must then be uploaded to another system before being shared and evaluated. resulting in loss and customer and higher costs.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Anwarwi bin Barudin. I'm from 22B and today I will talk about Sony manufacturing problems and the solution. Okay, Sony is a Japanese multinational business with headquarters in Tokyo, Japan. It was founded in 1946. Sony is the market leader in consumer electronics such as refrigerators, television, and mobile phones. Okay, for the Sony problems, which is the issues, first is the inadequate innovation. Walkman made him a leader in the industry of portable music players, like Walkman and MP3 music player. They did not continue with it and did not modify it to maintain its initial popularity. When the Apple iPad is released, it possessed a significant threat to Sony original ideas. Okay, the second issue is core competence deficit. They jump right into their new multi-business ventures, which include the financial service, music publishing, and online music core, and advertising agency, movies, and video games. Due to a lack of concentration and fundamental expertise, Sony is falling behind in product positioning and branding. And for the Sony solution, the first is the solution that is focused on innovation. Sony is currently focusing on developing fresh, inventive concepts as well as acquiring cutting-edge technologies. Important departments such as R&D, design, and marketing are focused on the customer to generate new ideas and technology that assist the firm redesign all of its goods and re-establish its brand image. And the second solution is brand focus and a focus on core competencies. Sony intends to focus on three primary areas of improving digital image, games, and mobile business after researching market and customer needs. Sony is also concentrating on the television industry where they are lowering their operating costs. Thank you.
The conclusion of this assignment is an integrated supply chain is a group of customers and suppliers who collaborate to improve their collective performance in the creation, distribution, and support of a finished product utilizing management approaches. There is a definition for working in silos, such as an operating system, a bubble of our own, or a part of an insular team or department. The effects of silos are toxic relationship between groups or departments, employees lose focus on the goals, and breakdown in communication. Distrust can arise in unstable relationship as a result. The relationship between the silos and process integration are inverted. Relationships that can be concluded here are the increase in silos, the process integration will decrease. Enterprise Resource Planning (ERP) is a software feature that allows a company to properly manage the flow of information at a central hub by merging all business functions. ERP system assists business with shipment information and enhance traceability. The obstacles in Nike are silo mentality, lack of knowledge, and lack of supply chain visibility. The obstacles in Sony are inadequate innovation and core competence deficit. Appropriate solutions were given to these both companies for their respective obstacles.